Welcome to Discover Indie Film. I'm Jeff Howard, and I have Cassie Keet with me here in person across the table.
Hello!
Cassie. All right, so I'm going to introduce you by trumpeting our film festivals because your film, Abigail Before Beatrice, had its Los Angeles premiere at the Sherman Oaks Film Festival last year.
Yes, top 100 film festivals.
You did it for me.
There you go.
Yes. Sherman Oaks Film Festival and its sister festival, Filmvasion Los Angeles, are both on the Film Freeway top 100 best reviewed list out of 14,000 in the world.
Well deserved.
And you know what else is well deserved? Cheesy segue.
Huh.
Abigail Before Beatrice deserved the awards it won at the Sherman Oaks Film Festival, which included the Best in Fest Award for Best Feature Film, for which you are the proud owner of a Poppy, which is
Love it.
the movie popcorn trophy where the popcorn is golden.
Yes, absolutely adore it. It's in a place of pride in my apartment.
Wouldn't it be cool, like 10, 20 years from now, if it were solid gold instead of gold-painted polyurethane? But anyway, but it's still fun.
Hey, I love it.
It's fun. But you didn't just win Best in Fest. Abigail Before Beatrice also won for Olivia Taylor Dudley the award for the Grand Jury Award for Best Lead Performer in a Feature Film.
Yes.
And
very
Shayn
deservedly.
Herndon won the Grand Jury Award for Best Supporting Performer in a Feature Film.
Hell yes. Yes, he did.
And your cinematographer, William Tanner Sampson, well deserved. Mm-hmm. What did the cinematographer win? Well, Best Cinematography.
Yes. His work is absolutely stunning, and his patience with me in 100-degree weather. He's a saint, and he deserves all of the jobs. So please hire William Tanner Sampson.
And for everyone listening, if you listen to the podcast before this one, you'll hear Cassie's story of not just how the film came together, but how you came to be a writer, director, and more. And that was, I had a reason to say that, and now I lost it. Oh, so listen to that one for all that information, because in this one, you're going to answer the 4 questions.
Yes.
But I really did have something else, but I've reached an age where I just forget what I'm saying.
We were
by
talking
the end
about
of the
Will.
sentence.
We were talking about
And the cinematography.
cinematography. I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Hey, if it pops back in, then we'll circle
If it pops
back
back
to
in,
it.
I'll just interrupt you.
Perfect.
As is my
I love
purview
that.
as the host.
Keep me on my toes.
I can.
Perfect.
But when I say 4 questions episode, that means in this podcast, you'll be answering. Question number 1 is name 3 films that you love. Not like the super high pressure, name the best 3 of all time. Like it's not your.
Right.
It could be your top 3 if you have a top 3.
Yes.
But I try to ease up because no one has we all have way more than 3. So.
Oh my God.
That's why the idea is just 3 films that you love. And then question 2 is name a film that you feel is underrated. Number 3 is a film that you feel is overrated. And I have and you're such a nice person, but I do have a disclaimer on that one. But then
sure.
question 4 is a lesser known film that people should seek out. My overrated disclaimer is like, it's not necessarily throwing shade. You could be if you wanted, but it's just saying, in fact, for me, like sometimes it's a film that I loved.
Oh yeah.
But it won Best Picture Oscar over 3 films that I thought were better.
Oh yeah. No. I definitely have an answer for that. That is part of a conversation that I've had with numerous people. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting to that.
Not that I mind when people say I don't have an overrated because all films are, I'm like, you can be I'm totally happy for that answer.
For sure.
People are always welcome to cop out.
Hey, look,
But you're not gonna.
When we get there, 1,000%, for sure.
Excellent. All right. Well, you want to name 3 films that you love?
I could name a million films that I love, but 3 films that I love. The first one is going to be Clue. Clue, I watched at a very formative, young age. I was probably 9. So I probably only got 50% of the jokes, missed the majority of the double entendres, but it was so smart and funny, and it moved so quickly. Oh my God, there's a joke every 7 seconds, and it lands. That is the funniest, but the sharpness of it, the acting, the directing, I just watching it for the first time, and it was probably, not watching like a cartoon or a Disney Channel movie and being completely just like, yes, this is clever. Like,
and you caught it on VHS, I assume, or DVD?
Oh,
DVD?
VHS.
VHS. And did you have all 3 endings on the same tape?
Yes. Yeah.
See, that's cool because, of course, I'm a bit older. So I remember when it came out in theaters and you had to choose like which ending you saw at the theater.
And they kept like screwing up.
And it was like A or B or C.
Yeah, A, B, or C. There's actually a fantastic, because it's been one of my favorite movies. I love reading about it. And there was a fantastic article that was like, I think it was one of the oral history ones, maybe for Variety or for Rolling Stone or something. And it talks about the making of the film and how it was like a massive bomb and how it like ruined so many careers of people in the movie, which is just so bizarre to me because now I think it is so beloved.
It is, especially, and I think your generation loves it.
Yes.
I think the generation that caught it on video and didn't deal with what was going on in theaters at the time.
Yeah, we had.
Because I think it was seen as a
access to all
cash
3.
grab. I think they were. I think there was a backlash that.
Yeah, I think there was a frustration because I know also there were a lot of misprints in like newspapers. So people would be like, "Oh, I want to see ending B," but then they would be shown ending C, and they'd already seen ending C, and so then they're like, "Well, and it can definitely, like, the frustration I think is warranted, but I don't know. I got the best of both worlds.
But it shouldn't have hurt Tim Curry's career, for Pete's sake.
I
Guy's
love
a
you,
genius.
Tim Curry. Tim Curry. He was one of my first crushes because of Clue. I just think Wadsworth the Butler is crazy hot. He's so sexy to me.
And there's a version where he's the killer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen that version.
What?
I haven't seen them all.
What?
I don't even remember who the killer was in the version. I saw it once in theaters when it came out.
Oh my god! Okay,
I know.
So there's three versions. In is it a spoiler alert if something has been out for like 35 years?
No, and I think it's longer than that.
Yeah, I think it might be 40 years. Holy shit! In one of the versions, it's Miss Scarlet. That's the first version. Version A. In version B, it's Miss Peacock. And in version C, they all did it. And
I think that's what I saw.
that is what they call in so how they compiled them all into the movie now on the VHS and the DVD is they show all of them together. And so it shows the first ending and then a title card comes up and it's like, that's how it could have happened. But what about this? And then it shows you ending B. And then it says, and this is how it really ended. And it shows you ending C. And that's the one where they all killed someone. And it turns out Wadsworth is actually Mr. Body. And Mr. Body, who gets killed at the beginning of the movie, was his butler.
I didn't see that. Oh, I got it.
my
Okay,
God.
so I'll find. It's got to be on streaming.
Yeah,
so
and they
I'll
all
watch
work,
it.
and they're all genius. And that movie, I've had the pleasure of introducing that movie to a lot of my friends when I was younger, and even as an adult. Several of my friends, the first time they've seen it has been with me. And I can quote the entire movie front and back. Without exaggeration, I have seen that movie at least 250 times.
See, you are like me. When you love something, you want everyone to see it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's obviously why I run film festivals, because
Yeah.
people just need to see films like yours. Okay, so that's your first one.
That's number one. Number two is going to be Scream. I loved Scream before I had even seen a lot of the movies that Scream was parodying. Parodying? There it is. But Scream like got me into horror.
Absolutely.
And I love Wes Craven. It's so smart. I'm a pop culture girly, So I loved how referential it was. Sydney Prescott is the final girl. We love her. Billy Loomis and Stu Macher are husbands, and gay murder icons, and I love them. The opening of that movie scared the shit out of me.
That was the genius, as it was tribute, not parody, right? And,
Yeah.
And it was as scary as a horror movie.
Yeah.
While not being dumb like most horror movies of that era.
Yeah, so smart, so terrifying. I'm from like a family of lawyers and stuff, like, my mom was a lawyer, my sister, one of my brothers was a lawyer, like my dad was in politics. And so as the youngest, I feel like I listened to a lot of adults having like adult conversations, which makes it fun when like a 12-year-old wants to have an argument. Because, I'm just listening. I'm going off of what I've heard. And I really wanted to watch Scream. I obviously was not allowed because it was rated R and I was 12. Yeah, I must have been 12. And I went with my mom to the movie store, like the video store, where I spent all my time. And just like, Mom, I have a proposition for you. She's like, okay. I'm like, well, I want to rent Scream, which is an R-rated film and is a horror film. And she's like, absolutely not. And I said, okay, here's the deal. I am going to watch this movie, but I can either watch it with my friends at their house at a different time and lie to you about it. But if I'm really scared, then I won't know who to talk to if I'm upset. Or I can watch it with you. And then you can know what I've been watching. And then we can talk about it in case I get upset.
You could have been a lawyer.
I know.
That is a brilliant art. I'm sure your mother just looked at you and said, you never cease to amaze me.
She looked at me and she said, you're going to be a lawyer someday. And I could have. I considered it, but I don't like writing research papers. So I was just like, no, you can't make me do that. But she agreed to my terms. And we rented it and we turned it on. And I was so terrified after that opening scene. I like ran out of the living room. But my mom, I think, because she's also a stubborn person and a lawyer, she was like, I'm not turning it off. I'm going to watch this movie by myself if you don't want to watch it. So then I came back and then I did finish the movie with her. But that opening, 15 minutes, I was like, I'm ready to turn this off. I'm too scared. And Mom's like, no, well, it's what we rented. So in a way,
you won the argument.
Yeah.
Now you must pay the price.
Literally, she's like, you wanted to watch it, so let's watch it. But that started my love of horror films.
It's so good. In fact, when our kid, she came home from a sleepover party and announced that she would only watch horror from now on. And so we started going through the horror catalog of the last 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
And I did make a point. At some point I said, let's just watch all the Screams. Because I actually hadn't seen past maybe number 2.
Uh-huh.
And I think the first, it just holds up. It's like the best series,
It's incredible.
actually. Like I think through number 5. Now when they brought back like the new generation.
Sure.
I'm not sure it worked as well for us as a family. But the first 4 or 5.
Yeah.
All the stuff based around, you named Nev's character.
Sydney Prescott.
They're fucking good. It never
Dale
lets
and-
up. It
or
doesn't
Gale
let
and
up.
Dewey. Yeah.
It doesn't let up. It's so good.
It's, the pacing, the chase scenes are so scary and so good. I have a personal love of Scream 3, even though it's considered like one of the weakest.
Is it? But
But
still,
it
it just
just
has
makes
that
me
brilliant
laugh.
laugh. It's the brilliant hook that because it's aware of horror movie tropes,
Yes.
it doesn't step in them.
Yeah. Or if it steps in them, it does it in a way that's still subversive.
Yeah.
Which I love.
So good.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. You get one more favorite.
Number 3, it's probably, I've really been like going back and forth about which one I want to do, but I'm going with a little bit of like a left fielder, especially after Scream and Clue. A Little Princess. Have you ever seen that?
A Little Princess.
A Little Princess.
I don't know if I have.
Oh my God. It is so good. It's based off of like a book that is much more depressing than the movie. But I watched it really young. I guess all of these are movies that I watched young that like really influenced me. But it's about
I did
Sarah
look up the years of the first two.
Yeah. I think it's 96 and like 82 or like 70.
Oh, for Clues 85.
85, yeah. It's 2 years
I was old
before
enough to
was
drive
born.
at least. Oh, and A Little Princess is also 95.
Yeah.
Little Princess and Scream both came out, 95 and 96. Scream was 96.
A Little Princess is visually such a stunning film.
I think I have seen it because I recognize the poster.
It's freaking magical. And what's great is that I saw it 95, so I was 8. And that was one of the first movies that I started noticing like the color. And
you started appreciating
shots.
cinema.
Yeah, like I had seen obviously, like big I had seen Star Wars and Indiana Jones and stuff like that, and I was like this, like I know I'm watching like something that I love, that I was very like moved by and interested in, obviously, but this was like smaller and more personal, and the choices of like the cinematography and how they were telling the story and the music is it really moved me. And it was the first time that a movie ended and I was like, who directed this? And it was Alfonso Cuarón, which is hysterical because I have loved him as a director since I was 8. And one of what I think is the best movie of all time is Children of Men.
Agreed.
The best.
Agreed.
The best.
Agreed.
Holy shit. And so for me to be an 8-year-old girl and be like, this is the best director in the world. And then when I'm 23 or 22 and watching Children of Men for the first time being like, this is the best movie I've ever seen. And then it's like directed by Alfonso Cuarón. Like, damn, I knew it. My 8-year-old self was like, this is the one to watch. And so I guess I kind of snuck in a 4th one with Children of Men, but
fair enough. I'm so glad you did because that film is perfection. It's perfect. It's the most powerful thing I've ever seen.
And the camera movement, it just and it like, it fades to black and then you just hear the sound of children. And so it feels so hopeful, even though it's been such like a bleak and trying experience the whole film. And I love it. I love it so much.
There are things that make me cry so hard because they're so beautiful and perfect.
Yeah.
And human and
when they all stop firing their guns as they're walking through the crowd, I will sob.
Because humans have heard a baby for the first time. But
it's a miracle.
I always am forced to mention that Clive Owen is the world's greatest hero in cinema history because he never picks up one weapon in that film. Every time there's a gun on the ground, he steps over it.
Holy shit.
He's so heroic without that Rambo bullshit of picking up a gun and shooting people.
Oh my God. How I never put that together. Yeah, he never fires a single...
He won't even touch one, I believe. And that's not a coincidence. That's Alfonso.
Oh my God.
Right? Because I'm sure if there were versions of the script that might... But anyway.
Yeah. I love that.
We'll be talking till dinner time if we discuss that film. But it is perfect and excellent. You got it in 4.
Perfect execution.
But I actually did, now that you... That's why I watched A Little Princess, because I have to watch everything he directs.
Yes. It's A Little Princess is just so perfect. And
dark, heavy.
Dude, I cried.
World War I.
Yes, World War I. She little Sarah Crew is put into like a boarding school, and her father has a lot of money, but he's Captain Crew and he has to go fight, and then he's reported dead. And so Sarah, they've spent all this money, but like the government seizes her money, and Miss Minchin, who runs, I'm obsessed with this movie. Miss Minchin, who runs Miss Minchin's boarding school for girls, is like, hey, we spent all this money on you, and now all of your money has been seized by the government. So I'm going to keep you here as like a servant, and takes away all of her pretty things and like her locket that was her dead mother's, and then turns her into a servant. And all the girls are like mean. But it's literally a story about like the power of imagination and female friendship. And I love it so much.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
I was talking to a friend about it, about like the end, and I've watched it so many times. Like it's like a vocal stem. I can like do what she says at the end, and my impression made my friend cry because she was like, Cassie, I haven't seen this movie in forever, and it's just so heartbreaking. It does have a happy ending, and it is really beautiful. And Alfonso Cuarón, I love you.
Yeah, thank God we have these creatives out there who manage to make amazing things within the studio system. So anyway,
yeah.
Question number 2.
Yes, question number 2.
A film you feel is underrated.
That would be the amazing, I guess like mid-aughts, the film Spy by Paul Feig, starring Melissa McCarthy and Rose Byrne. And what's fantastic is that right now it's actually having a resurgence because Rose Byrne is nominated for
If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You.
Yes. And people have been like, oh, what's your favorite movie that you worked on, or like something that you think is overlooked? And she always says Spy, which is true. That movie is one of the funniest but like heartfelt. It's so brilliantly written. It's so funny. The performances are genius. And literally the amount of time, like I've posted this on Twitter. I've had arguments with friends. I posted it. I fully believe that Rose Byrne should have been nominated for an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her work in Spy. It is too funny and too good, and like nuanced, but so specific, and so it's like, how can you be broad and nuanced? It's so good. I highly recommend it. And also it was, I was more of an actor years ago, but I quit acting for a long time just because I was so like beaten down by the industry and like beauty standards, and like I was getting auditions, or like even sometimes booking something was worse than not booking, because you're booking like the role of the ugliest girl in the room, or like, and I felt so bad in my body and was just like, I don't want to be on camera. I don't like, I can't do this anymore. So I quit acting for like 3 or 4 years. And then I saw Spy, and it was Melissa McCarthy in her full body, being the funniest, smartest, best, most amazing character. And I was like, I can be an actor again. Like, it genuinely inspired me to start acting again. And I was in like a wonderful comedy group, and like we almost sold a show, and then the pandemic hit. So, not everything works out, but like Spy got me back on the horse, essentially.
Nice. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
It's amazing.
As you saw, I rudely looked down at my phone so I could type it into my movies to watch list.
Oh, no, I didn't. That's what I thought you were doing.
Because I literally, I think, I can't remember if I saw it, but I think I might
Paul
have missed it. Yeah.
Who wrote and directed Bridesmaids as well.
Yes, and well, co-wrote, right? Because
I'm sorry. He directed.
Kristen Wiig wrote it with her best friend
Annie Mumolo.
Yes.
Yes, he directed it. He
Groundlings.
did write it. Yeah.
Two amazing groundlings wrote that amazing film, and Paul Feig is like kind of a hero to me because he went from stand-up to directing. Mm-hmm. Motherfucker, how'd you pull that off? All right, question number 3.
Yeah, question number 3. Let's do it.
Overrated.
Okay, so here's my caveat. As a filmmaker, we both know how difficult it is to make anything. So when I'm answering the question about what's overrated, I'm specifically saying this is something that was not for me.
I like that. I like that is actually my go-to when I just go, look, it's not for me.
Yeah, it's not for me.
I know Top Gun was for a lot of people.
Yeah.
They don't need me to buy a ticket to Top Gun 2 because there's enough people buying them.
Yeah.
But it's not for me.
And this, I've had this conversation with so many people about, the film that I'm about to say is technically beyond proficient. It's exemplary. Everything about this movie is great. And I hate it. Because I hated it. I hated the experience of watching it. But then you leave and you're like, it's great. I just hate it. I am talking of Quentin Tarantino's The Hateful Eight.
The Hateful Eight.
The Hateful Eight. I hated The Hateful Eight.
That's the one in the cabin, right?
Yes.
With
it's like a Western with
Jennifer Jason Leigh's getting the shit kicked out of her.
Incredible performance. Here's the thing. It's like everything about the movie is great, and I left and I was like, I want my 3 hours back and I want to take a shower. Because I just hated it. I hated the characters. I hated the ending. I hated the entire experience of watching it. And I also hated the fact that it was fantastic. The writing, amazing. The music, I'm pretty sure it's like Ennio Morricone. Are you fucking kidding me? Writing, directing, acting, all of it, perfect. But the whole time I was just like, I hate it. I hate you. I hate every character. I hate the time that I'm spending here. I just want to go home and take a nap. I want to scour my skin with a Brillo pad because I feel gross. Fantastic movie. I hate it.
Excellent. All right. And question number 4.
Yes.
A lesser known film that people should seek out.
Lesser known film that people should seek out is Thoroughbreds.
I don't think I know it.
Thoroughbreds, it's Anton Yelchin's last film before his untimely death. I love Anton Yelchin so much. One of my favorite repeat watches has been the remake he did of Fright Night with oh my gosh, what's his name? Colin Farrell. Love that movie too. That's also extremely underrated. But Thoroughbreds is very dark comedy that ends up just being extremely dark. About 2 teenage girls, one of whom is a sociopath, and the other of whom we find out is definitely not as adjusted as we think she is. But it's Anya Taylor-Joy in one of her earliest roles, and Olivia Cook, who is on House of the Dragon, in one of her earliest roles. They are brilliant.
Game of Thrones, right? She's the Khaleesi.
No. House of the Dragon.
Olivia Cook.
Yeah,
right.
Cook.
I'm thinking of the other
She's
Olivia.
Oh my gosh. She's the green. She's the opposing queen to the Targaryen.
Right.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Their chemistry is incredible. Anton Yelchin, it's his final performance. I stumbled onto this movie back when we still had the ArcLight Cinema, RIP. When I wasn't working, I would just, go to a matinee Or, I'd wake up and be like, screw it, I'm just going to the ArcLight and see what they have. And I wouldn't even know what was playing before I would get there sometimes.
Best way to see a film.
It's the best thing.
No expectations.
I had not seen a trailer for this. I knew nothing going in, but I was like, cool, something called Thoroughbreds, and it's on at like 3 p.m. Sweet. I go in, 0 expectations. The movie is fantastic, but it really sat with me. And it starts off like, it's funny but dark. And by the end of the movie, I realized like I just felt so incredibly disturbed. And when I walked out of the movie theater, it had rain. It was raining for the first time in like a year. And it felt so right that I walked out and I just felt so overwhelmed by like the experience of watching the movie, about that intense friendship between these two girls and like how fucking toxic and like scary it can be. And then walking out and it's literally the drought has ended, but it's just gray and raining for the first time. I cried for like an hour. I got in my car and just cried. And it's a comedy, but it's also not. I highly recommend it, but you go in like with a deep breath and just know that I just go in totally blind. It's fucked up and it's so good.
Dying to see it. And you mentioned Anton Yelchin, so I just have to say that I had to look it up too, but he was in a film called Charlie Bartlett.
Yes.
That I think the world missed.
I have seen Charlie Bartlett.
I believe I saw it at Sundance and I was like, oh my God, it's going to be huge. And then like it came and went and I was like, geez, that's so good. It was
his
like
performance is so good.
It's so good. So you reminded me of, he had that car accident. Just horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
I think about like Anton Yelchin and Heath Ledger and and these guys who had so many
River Phoenix.
Yeah. God, yeah. They had so many more like
I know.
They had so much to give, like so many things to give, and
it's crazy.
Yeah. So
Well, I got to see Thoroughbreds.
It's so good, but just know that it's probably the movie ends and you're gonna be like, oh, I feel kind of hollow.
I love crying through the end of one of the jokes on the festival jury is that if you make Jeff cry, he's going to fight to get your film in. But I for some reason, I need to open up to you. The best cry I ever had was at the end of Whale Rider, because I cried all the way through the credits because it's such a beautiful ending. It's not a sad ending. It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Right? It's like the song, Do You Realize? Like the happiness makes you cry. Like I cried and I think I cried all the way. Part of me never stopped crying after seeing that film.
Whale Rider, her monologue, like, oh my God. When she's up on that stage and her grandpa's standing in the back. Oh, I want to cry just thinking about it.
The beginning when the grandpa rejects her, but then the next cut, it cuts to him riding the bicycle with her on the handlebars and they're smiling together and you realize, oh my God, everyone needs a grandpa.
Oh, God, that movie is so good.
But yeah,
perfection. that scene of her giving her speech about like why they should change how things are done, I just ugly cry.
Remarkable film.
Yeah, I watched that with my mom, and we were like, by the end, we were just holding hands and sobbing together. Whale Rider, watch Whale Rider. Everyone should watch Whale Rider.
The filmmakers who've come out of New Zealand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm a Taika Waititi addict, but it's just amazing what comes out of that little
Hunt
island.
for the Wilder People. That's
one of the greatest.
Oh, God! It was like it says here you're Caucasian. Well, that's not right because you're clearly white. Just so good.
No, it's so good.
Yeah,
but everything has been.
Yeah. Watch as much as you can. Everything is underrated.
That's true.
Yeah. And even the overrated things, you can find something about it that you love.
For sure. Like you kind of made me want to watch Hateful Eight again just to revisit it. Because I remember kind of having a similar feeling like this is a great, bottle episode. It's just people in a bottle. Quentin's just playing. It's stage play.
Yeah, my brothers, it's like they love that movie. And I have so many friends who love that movie. And I'm like, I get why you love it. I just hate it.
Yeah, I didn't. I was like,
yeah, but it is funny because it is a stage play and I'm a playwright.
Yeah.
But I just, it's not the writing and it's not the acting. It's, everything about it is perfect. And I hate it.
Yeah. I think that might have been the one that came after Inglourious Basterds, which for me is like his peak. And I love that he did his biggest, most expansive, the best film he ever made. And then he said, well, what am I going to follow it up with? I just do a stage play in the Old West.
Yeah.
Because I can't compete with what I just did.
Yes.
Because that was his greatest achievement. He gave
us Django and Hateful Eight.
Yeah, Django and Hateful Eight came right after that. That's right.
Yeah, and then I personally love Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I go back and forth on it. I do
love it.
I'm the goofball who, if you gave me an edit that was just Brad Pitt's character, it'd be my favorite film. But most of the stuff with Leo, I don't feel for that guy. I don't feel for that character.
Which is so funny because I love his character so much. Because he just really wants to be good at his job. I'm like, I get it.
Maybe. All right. Well.
Yeah.
Excellent list.
This has
very
been
inspirational. Inspirational. Now God, you gave me a lot of homework because I'm got to rewatch some stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh God.
I basically need like a meth habit so I don't have to sleep anymore. Then I can watch everything I need to watch.
We should share a meth habit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I just want to stay up all night.
Who needs teeth?
8 hours a night. Well, as if I sleep 8 hours a night.
Oh, God, I wish.
But yeah, that could be prime. I could get most of the film festival jury work out of the way if I didn't stop sleeping, and then I could start watching stuff for fun.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, one of these days we'll have time when we're dead.
Yeah.
Or who knows?
I don't know.
There better be movies in the afterlife. I don't want to miss out on movies.
That's a good line. All right, that should be in your next movie. Okay, so I will wrap us up by first thank you, Cassie, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for the wonderful list. Everybody, you should definitely try to see Abigail Before Beatrice somehow, some way.
Hopefully
Follow
soon.
Cassie on social media. Catch it if it's a festival, or catch it if it's when you at a local theater and or your TV, whatever. Get it.
Whatever it is,
buy
I
the
hope you watch
DVD
it.
if the DVDs come out.
Yes, physical media. We love that.
I shouldn't even. I'll waste 7 seconds by saying one of my greatest compliments was someone said, "We're releasing a DVD of our feature. Can we pull the Q&A video from the film festival and make it an extra on the DVD?" And I'm like, "It's yours, man.
Yes, please.
It's yours." You think I'm mad about that?
No,
just don't let me watch
a very
it
high compliment.
I talk with my hands. And
yeah.
Because I did every Q&A moderation for 8.5 years, and then the festivals got too big, and now I've got to manage the lobby. So
yeah.
But you had a wonderful Q&A moderated, I think.
Yeah, I had a fantastic time.
I think Christian moderated your Q&A.
I think so.
She does a wonderful job.
Yeah, no, everybody was fantastic. I was very, very lucky to be there.
Festival segue. So anyway, thank you everyone for listening to us. If you want to learn more about this podcast, go to discoverindiefilm.com. It's where we talk to filmmakers whose work is on the festival circuit. If you go to social media, it's always at DIFwins. And if you go to discoverindiefilm.org, that's the nonprofit that runs Sherman Oaks Film Festival, where we held the LA premiere of Abigail Before Beatrice. Just because I'm rushing. It's not a hard title to say. It's just I'm Russian. And then Sherman Oaks Film Festival and Filmvasion Los Angeles are both under the Discover Indie Film Foundation umbrella. And not under that umbrella, but being run by wonderful people down in South America is Filmvasion Lima. We worked out a wonderful agreement and a wonderful team down there. Chev and Pilar, wonderful couple, are running Filmvasion Lima. So there's a third festival in the family.
Love it.
And there we go.
World domination.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like we said, we talked about
North America, South America.
And
continent to continent.
I finally started joking like, oh, all right. So if Sundance is vacating Park City, I guess next year we should, the first year they're not in Park City, we should launch Film Invasion Park City.
Hey, why not?
Film Invasion Sundance, and actually have it in the little town of Sundance. It's not Park city.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I'll stop rambling. Thank you, Cassie.
Thank you so much for having me.
And thank you, everyone, for listening.